everyone. I'd like to welcome you to the Holiday Conversation 2021. Such a huge success from last year, and what a great holiday planning that Jennifer put together for us all. And I can't wait to see this year's. Please keep yourself muted if I don't pick on you to talk or ask you to share your brilliant idea. Jennifer said I shouldn't say I'm picking on people. Or doing question and answer, and we'll have a couple times where we're going to pause for questions. If you do have questions, type them in the chat along the way, and Jennifer will be breaking in if they're one that needs to be addressed right then, or we'll hold them till the end. And thank you to everybody that took the time to give us some input and some ideas that you're doing. And yes, I will be calling on some of you to share those. So just some interesting results from the questions, because I know you're all dying to know when everyone starts their holiday promotions, right? So of our group, 42% start before Black Friday, which is typical of the retail world right now, right? 31% on Black Friday, and the remainder in December. There's a small percentage, very tiny, incalculable, that starts before Halloween. That would be like the rest of our retailers right now doing that. 89% of you offer free gift wrapping. 81% offer coupons or other sorts of discounts throughout the year. 80% of us do not any longer allow buy online, pick up in store. So, and that's really directly related to the fact that most of us don't have online stores. Curbside pickup is still very split. It's 51% do, 49% don't. So that's, you know, COVID effect is carrying over and probably will be with us for a while. So that one's still right there with us. So my very first person I wanted to pick on is not here. So first up, we're going to start with the holiday themed promotions and events. And there were a lot of great ideas that came there, but I'm going to have a few of the people that contributed share on theirs. And I'm just looking to see if these people are here before I pick on them. Call on them. All right. Cindy Doherty, I saw you on here. So if you would share with us, Cindy's from Brentwood Country Club in Los Angeles. And if you would share with us about your pop-up shops, and you've started those already, I'm guessing.
Yes, I have. Yes, we had one Friday, we had one Saturday. We have those about every week booked all the way through December. I have the vendor come, I put them outside the front of the golf shop. I set up tables and tents, rolling racks, whatever their desires are that they need to be successful. They come with the size run of the product that's available, keyword available, within the next couple of weeks to accommodate Hanukkah and Christmas. And either it's shipped in or it's dropped by. It just depends on who it is. So Saturday I had George Roth here, and he sold over 100 pieces of merchandise between the hours of 11 and 4.
Cindy is Mill River, so she sells a lot because she has awesome pricing out there on stuff. Thank you, Cindy.
You're welcome.
Next I'm good. All right, Lauriel Lanzetta, I saw her on here. Right in the middle of my screen she is. If you would share with us, Lauriel's from the PGA Golf Club in Port St. Lucie, Florida, and she's got a really unique twist on the ever popular 12 Days of Christmas idea. If you would share about that.
Yes. Hi. All right. So last year with COVID, and you had to have only so many people in the shop, we decided not to have our big Christmas sale with 35% off, and we thought 12 days of Christmas. So the first 12 days, I have a vendor each day, except for on one day, I wanted a day off. So I gave 35% off in the shop that one day. And then Bushnell on another holiday, on a weekend, did a virtual thing for me. But we give a discount, and I do whatever I can for the vendor to bring in their products to sell. We offer free shipping if it's coming to the shop. We don't offer free shipping to drop ship. So I figure I'm saving money because I'm getting all these orders and getting them in all at the same time. So we will probably start advertising this about a week into November, once I finalize everybody that's coming. And we'll just promote it the whole month of November and be ready to go December 1st for our 12 days of Christmas. We were very successful last year. the purpose of it is Toys for Tots. So they have to bring an unwrapped gift valued at $10, which we had bikes, we had all kinds of things. It was a great, this was my third Christmas here. And the 2 Christmases before, we did not receive as many toys for the Toys for Tots. So we had a great donation for them with toys, and sales did great. So it was a win-win, and we thought we'd try it again this year. Although I am having a hard time booking up all the 12 days, and I think it's because of inventory. People, vendors aren't getting their inventory. We're all having that issue of not getting our orders and everything else. So I haven't quite filled all my 12 days. So I'm going to have to get creative and do something on those days. But we'll see how it turns out. By now I should have had it all filled up, and I don't. So,
But Lauriel, how many gifts do you typically get for Toys for Tots? Because that's a really cool addition to the 12 days of Christmas.
right. I don't know. The gentleman that we work with, he kept bringing in boxes, and it wasn't enough. I had to call him. I said, I need more boxes. I'm getting more and more toys. I mean, we
That's
probably
awesome.
had like 4 or 5 bikes. I did submit this for the AGM award, and I included a picture of everything. I couldn't even tell you how many. It was just piles and piles of toys. It was really impressive.
That's awesome. I know a lot of somebody had a question or something. Jennifer.
Yes, a couple of things. One, I just want to clarify, even though I know the answer to this, but it's the member that has to bring in the toy valued at $10 or more, not the vendor, correct?
Correct. The member has to bring it in, and then they get a certificate. And we also have a log with their name, so they can participate every day. And it just has to be one membership number. So a husband and wife donate 1 toy, and that will be fine for the whole membership.
Are the vendors partnering with you on the discount, or are you absorbing that yourself?
Some are. Last year, some gave me some really good deals that made it so that I could offer that to them. Right now, with what I have, we haven't had any commitments on anything. It's like I said, last year when I put this out there, I filled up right away. And this year it's not filling up as fast. So I'm not getting commitments, but I'm determined we'll get it. It will work. And when we used to have our Christmas sale that one day, we'd have a DJ, we'd have wine and cheese and crackers and the whole bit. We offered a 35% discount. So what I've done with a lot of the vendors is I give them a 30% discount. Like Daily Sport was here last year, and we gave a 30% discount. Zuzu, we gave them a 30% discount. So, and we have free gift wrapping all 12 days too.
Do you offer member pricing typically or not?
No, they have a
No,
20% discount. It's not like a separate member price. They get 20% off of everything, even clubs.
Yeah. Okay. Awesome.
I have a question as well.
Go right ahead.
So this is my first Christmas here, so I might have a few questions as we go along. For all these vendors that you guys have that come like in December, or leading up to December, the vendors, are they the product that they bring, are they selling it right then and there and giving it to the customer, or are they still having to wait for it to get shipped? And if so, does it come in time?
Okay, so with this, it was a little bit of both. There were special orders, especially with Zuzu. And then that ended up being a nightmare because it was she couldn't get the product to make the dress. So, I mean, people were receiving some of their stuff in July. So that whole thing didn't work out so well. Some of the vendors are coming with enough product that it's cash and carry. I just charge their account. That works out the best. And then they send me an invoice.
do you find, so do vendors have enough product where they can bring like full size runs of multiple things and just sell it right there to
They
the,
did last year. I think that's why I'm having a hard time getting people booked, is people don't have the inventory.
okay. Yeah, 'cause
So,
like why I don't want to, I'm scared of doing that and then them ordering something and then it not even coming in time, like if it's a gift, obviously.
right.
Yeah.
But if they know ahead of time that, this may not, if this is a Christmas gift, you may not want to special order this.
Right.
The Zuzu dresses were all for the women that were there. They weren't gifts. They were,
Okay. Right.
it was 30% off and they were getting it. So,
There you go. Awesome.
The people that I have are locals, so they have inventory in their warehouses. George will bring product to take with them, but then he also, our pop-up was Saturday, and he brought me my goods for every single person, all of those 100 units, with the exception of maybe 5 pieces yesterday afternoon. And I'll bring those 5 pieces next week when he gets them in his warehouse. So I only partner, obviously, this season with people that do have goods. I was very, very successful with the pop-ups last year during COVID when we had to be really careful, and being in LA County, they're very strict. So the pop-ups was the way of being. I did at least anywhere from 10 to 12 a month, all the way up to June. And then we gave it a rest. And that's when things started to fall apart with delivery. So it is a little more challenging to have these events, obviously, but just ask the vendor and your partner to be very transparent with you to make sure that you can get the goods, because the last thing you need is a member expecting a gift that can't get it.
Right, exactly. Okay. So
Great
I just need
advice
to find
there.
out who has product.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Most of well, if they're on RepSpark, we all know they can find out right away, right?
Right.
From our seminar. Haley, since I see you right above Corinne, who's talking on my screen, Haley's from the Landings Club in Savannah, Georgia, just up the road from PGA National, or from PGA. And I wanted you to share a little bit about your version of the 12 Days of Christmas and how you keep it exciting each day. And then I'm going to come back to you later about your staff contest that you have.
Okay, can you hear me?
We can, thank you.
Perfect. So our 12 days is a little bit of a surprise. We send out a daily blast email, and each morning at 9 o'clock when it goes out, it's going to say what the new deal is every day. And so like our first day last year, we did Turtleson and we member price 20% too, offered like 10% off of Turtleson, and had done an online sale and sold like $5,000 worth of just Turtleson that day. Then the next day, we have 4 shops. So I keep them moving around all the shops. And we did a trunk show. The trunk shows I do advertise in advance because I want it to be worth the reps' time to come. But we'll also offer a discount off of the product in store there. And then the last day we did a draw your discount. So we did a fishbowl with a bunch of little numbers in there. So anywhere from 10 to 25% off your total purchase, excluding clubs and bags, because I did a bag day. But we've done GWPs. So like right now we actually are in the middle of member guest, and I have a bunch of Travis polos that were tournament price. So I'm going to do that one day. I'm just going to hold on to the extras and you get a free beanie with a $100 purchase in one of our shops. So that's kind of what ours looks like. And they just don't get to know what the deal is until that email comes out. Or if you have your push notifications on, we text it out as well. So that's a shorthand of this, 12 days straight.
Y'all have to wait for the book for all the specific details, right? Hey, but guess what? Even in Canada, they do the 12 Days of Christmas. And Ian Reston from, I'm going to slaughter this name, Cataraqui Golf and Country Club in Kingston, Ontario is on here. And they do a 12 Days of Christmas with a little bit different twist. And then they also do a lucky draw, which I'm going to ask him to share about later. So Ian, if you would share about your 12 days in Canada.
Yeah, well, you did pretty good on the pronunciation there. It's Cataraqui, so really close. Well done. Yeah, so we do a 12 Days of Christmas, and we kind of start it just about 12 days, obviously, before we close down. We usually close the 22nd before the holidays. We just promote a different brand every day and send out an e-blast every single morning promoting that brand. There's not really much of a different discount on it, but to the point of that Toys for Tots, what we did last year was, anyone that could bring in a non-perishable good that we could donate to the food bank, they would receive an additional 10% off the already discounted price over the 12 days of Christmas. So
That's a great
yeah,
twist on that.
we filled up a couple barrels of food last year with it, so it was really successful.
Awesome. And in case you think that he was the furthest north we have on here, we have Jerry Cunningham with us from Anchorage Golf Club up in Alaska. And they do a really interesting program that's got a golf wish list program. So Jerry, if you're with us, would you share?
Okay, I'm here.
Welcome.
Yeah, we kind of have done a couple different things with the wish list, which is it's kind of a three-part thing. So we kind of do it through our social media, and then we also do it through one-to-one relationships in the golf shop. And then sometimes it's just somebody coming in and it's a friend of a friend saying, so-and-so would like a certain item. Well, we have the ability on our point of sale to go into their customer profile and put notes in. So our staff's encouraged to have these conversations with people, especially as we get towards holidays or birthdays, to find out what are those items that they're looking for. And we all know from being in the shop that somebody will go like, oh man, I really, really want that jacket, but it's just out of my price range. Or, I'd love to have, that. So when our staff hears that, they go automatically to the customer profile and they put that on there. So then when Mrs. Smith's husband comes in and says, do you know if there's anything that my wife would like? Well, we just pull up the profile, look at the notes, and we know right away what those items are. So that's kind of one way that we work the wish list. And then the other way is we do it through social media, and we just put it out there. What would you like to see under the Christmas tree? And it's very interactive. And sometimes we'll come back with that and we'll put an item up. Well, is it this? And then people are like, oh no, that's not it. So we try to make that a very interactive experience. And then we put videos up of items that we have in the golf shop. And to say, this is, a set of clubs, it'd be perfect for the beginner golfer. These are the features, Would you like to see this under your Christmas tree? And then just checking those responses, and you see who those people are, again, back to the profile, and putting those items there. And just, creating, we roll out the traditional Christmas list, just let, here it is with all these different items on it. What do you want to see on here? So that's kind of how we work that. We're closed in the winter, obviously, for golf, but our pro shop is open, and we do extend our hours over Christmas because our local golfers are very loyal, and we want to be here for them.
Great. Thank you, Jerry.
You're welcome.
I see that Anna's on here. Hopefully she can unmute herself and talk to us this time. Anna's from the Morton Golf and Country Club in Naples, Florida, and she's got a really cool raffle program that she did. So if you'd share a little bit about that.
Okay, can you hear me?
You can.
Okay, yay. I had to switch computers. So 1 year, what we did was we had a raffle, and we got some lessons donated, brunch at the club on Sunday. We did guest passes. I had some merchandise. I had some like sunglasses, hats, just different items. And I made a list of all the items we were going to raffling, and we did the raffle during our last happy hour in December. And what we did was for the purchases that they made during a certain time frame, they got an entry into the raffle box. And if they exceeded a certain amount, then they would get additional entries, so chances. And so it went pretty good. Like I said, we're just a small shop, so we don't have the big numbers per se, as a lot of the other shops do in Naples. But overall, I think the members liked it. And every once in a while, you would get someone that would be like on the borderline on a sale, and they needed just like, $5 or $10 more. So then they had to buy a shirt. They would buy something else so that they could get another entry in.
Into the raffle. Great
I
idea.
I'm Jennifer again. I really liked that idea that Anna had, because I really feel like it's an opportunity to increase your average order value over the holidays, since it wasn't like you got one entry if you spend like $100, you got one entry. If you spend $200, you got two entries, etc. So I think that, you know, there is that type of shopper that I think absolutely, if they're right on that borderline and you just have that opportunity to do the add-on sales.
Yeah. Small clubs can do great things, Anna.
We try.
Yeah. And now I'm going to head a little bit north again to Exmoor Country Club in Highland Park, which is just outside of Chicago in Illinois. Susan Schneider, our merchandiser or AGM member there, is brand new, but she's got some interesting ideas that she's going to try this year, including the Exmoor rack. And another great idea that I want to chat about is their discount idea for turning in a member survey. So Susan, if you're with us.
Yeah, hi everyone. So yeah, this is my first season at Exmoor, so I've only been here for about 6 months. However, we have a great facility that is only open in the winter months that houses our paddle courts and our curling, which is a little bit different. So just based on the way that the golf shop is located, we're kind of on Lonely Island. We're kind of on the corner of the property. So for Black Friday, I was thinking about moving all of the merchandise that we're trying to discount to that Oak House location to try to capture more participants and do that at 25% off. And then along with that, I am creating a survey, which is just through Google Doc, but with participation, they'll receive like secret like word that will allow them to get 25% off in the golf shop for participating.
I think that's such a great idea to get people to actually bring a survey back. And why not tie it to your holiday sale when you're trying to get rid of stuff because you're shutting down, right? Bart, you're up. Bart Romano from Caledonia and True Blue Golf Course in Myrtle Beach, South Carolina. He's got a really interesting twist on his holiday pricing. And I want you to share first a little bit about your facility, since it's kind of different than a lot of us are used to, and then how you priced your holidays starting with Black Friday till Christmas.
Absolutely. Again, thank you all for all of your help and assistance and for running these. I'm terrible IT, so I clearly have not gotten my camera working yet, and it's not looking good. But anyway, we're Caledonia True Blue, our top 100 resort facilities in the U.S. We do have a membership, about 300 members that live somewhat mostly locally to Pawleys Island, South Carolina. For our Christmas sale, what we have done over the last couple of years, this is still fairly new. This will be the third year of doing it this way. We have our largest kind of like a blowout sale the weekend of Black Friday, starting on technically Thanksgiving evening, but obviously not getting a lot of foot traffic that night, but mostly Black Friday through Sunday. And that's where you'll find our deepest discounts. Our membership receives a 20% discount already, and then they will receive a 20% discount off of the posted sales throughout the pro shops at True Blue and Caledonia. After we get through that initial weekend, we start dialing back the discounts. We'll just say, for example, we'll have a Adidas rack started at 40% off. On Monday, we cut it to, we'll say 30%. The following Monday, it goes to 20%, and so on and so forth, depending obviously on the volume of sales as we kind of cut through our inventory.
So how many people do you upset, and what do you do if they get upset because it was cheaper first week in December than it is the third week of December?
Absolutely. Basically, I won't say we won't nip it in the bud, but in the initial email blast out to our membership signage, they are aware of how this is going to play out. Now that does not make everybody happy, and in those cases, obviously the staff has autonomy to take care of our guests / members, but they are well aware, and they will flood the joints on Friday, Saturday, and Sunday of Black Friday weekend. And for the last minute guys, they understand. Obviously, they missed the boat, and I apologize to any other guys on the call, but it is 100% always men. But it is what it is.
They're making faces at you, Bart.
Yeah, I know. Hey,
we did have
me.
Another club that mentioned the same thing in giving their employees autonomy to make deals, if you will. they do 30% off their soft goods throughout the month of December, but then they give the employees the ability to give more of a discount if it's a huge sale or a very good customer or whatever. So they give them that kind of autonomy, which I thought was interesting to see that appear a couple times on that. So those are all the people I'm sorry, go ahead, Bart.
I'm sorry. I did forget to mention, part of the sale is every $100 spent, our members receive a free member round on top of obviously the discounts, and we make it valid through the middle of February, like Valentine's Day.
Great. Yeah, a lot of it. I mean, Anna did the same thing, gave away rounds and restaurant things. Don't forget about using them in your promotions too, instead of just merchandise. I want to just share another quick survey number, and then we're going to get to questions and any other ideas that I missed in case you registered later and we didn't catch it. How people promote holiday promotions and events. So the most common way, not surprisingly, is email to their membership. Newsletters is right behind it. Then other social media forums. Staff is right up there, and word of mouth, which is the easiest and cheapest way, is also quite high. And then also event boards, so posters, that sort of a thing. An interesting one that I'm hoping someone on here uses and can speak to, and I think perhaps Alecia does, push notifications via their own club app or the Golf Genius notification banners. Is there anybody on here that can speak to that? There weren't very many that used it, but it's something that's maybe available and some others should consider.
Yeah, that's what we did for our 12 days of Christmas, is our push notifications would come through our app, which is hooked up to Golf Genius. So they're all intertwined.
And so you have your facility has its own app, and then you just send out they get a text message or they get a little pop-up on their phone.
Yes, it can come through either way, whatever they've signed up for.
And people like that. I mean, good response.
Yeah, I didn't want to inundate them. We don't do it for typical sales, but at the holidays, I mean, everyone had their phone on them.
Right.
But you only reach so many people. So.
Yeah.
Tracy, can I ask a quick question to the group as well?
Please.
For informing the staff, which is just a given, for those of you that have maybe larger multiple shops or have a larger staff, how do you go about making sure that your entire staff is well informed of what events you guys are going to be doing?
Ben?
Go right ahead, Bart.
We send our schedule out via group text. We share a lot of information that way, WhatsApp also through there, and we kind of hit them 3 different ways, and via our email group as well which encompasses both staffs at both properties.
I guess for us, I mean, we have 15 golf pros, I think, and counting, and at 4 different locations. I send out a bunch of emails, but I also will be like, our shops close at 5, maybe at 5:10, we're gonna touch base for 10 minutes and I'll go to each shop, which getting them in person helps way more. I know they're not reading every email I send with cutoff. Like the most recent I sent was a chart with all of our brands and the cutoff dates for special orders to make it in time for Christmas. So I sent that out, make sure there wasn't any brands from their shops they felt like they needed to add, and then we'll print it out and go over it together. But in person by far, I mean, it takes more time, but it's most effective, at least here.
It's probably true everywhere, I would think. Anybody have any other wonderful, awesome ideas they'd like to share that I didn't pick on you? Or questions for anybody that did, or questions about any of the ideas that you heard about? Just jump on in. Corinne, she's unmuting.
I have a question. So one of you guys was saying that you have done before like 35% off the whole shop. Was that just for one day, or was that for multiple days? Maybe she's gone.
No one's admitting to it.
I don't do, this is Alecia at Quail West. When I do my holiday sales, I do drawings. So they draw their discount out and it's during a specific period of time. So
Like how long?
Mine's usually from like 3 p.m. to 6 p.m. So it's during that specific period of time. So they get anywhere from, they already get 20% off of retail price. So they get anywhere from an additional 15% to, there's one coupon that's 100% off. So whatever they have chosen from the floor, they come up and they draw their coupon, and one person could get 100% off of what they've picked on the floor. And it gets everyone in a buying frenzy. It does very well. I mean, I've never taken a big bath on the 100% off, thankfully. It's been a shirt, it's been a hat, it's been a couple gloves, and the people are like, but I wanted to go back and get I wanted that bag, but they don't get to, they have to shop and then they get to draw. So it's always been very successful, but it's during a specific time only.
But is that for like one day you do that?
Yes.
Just one day from like 3 to 6?
Yeah, it's my annual holiday event, and it's advertised for a month in advance. I have 7 vendors out of my courtyard, and there's trunk shows out there that are separate from the pro shop portion where they get to draw the coupon. So that I have vendors out in my courtyard, and then I have the sale inside, and it's a 3-hour event. Most of the time it runs over about an hour because it's so well attended. And I usually do anywhere from 20 to 35,000 in those 3 hours.
Wow.
And so right below Alecia on my screen is Melanie, and she does a different twist on the discount idea.
What do you do like the rest of the days though? Like, because there's like that one blowout, like that one huge day of all the sales. And then what about the rest of the days of December? Like, are the sales still good for you guys?
Yeah, I mean, I'll do like a Black Friday sale, and then I'll do like I'll do a pop-up sale. I'll send out like a push sale. That'll just be like a pop-up sale. I'll send, hey, men's shirts. It'll just be a push sale. I don't necessarily do a set 12 days of Christmas sale. If I find that I have like a lot of product left in a certain category, then I'll do a push sale on those products.
Okay. Just like kind of at random times.
Yeah, it just depends on if I get to like December 15th and I'm like, wow, I'm really heavy on men's shirts or ladies, then I'll do a push sale for them.
And what discount do you do on that?
I'll do an additional, like they already get 20%, so I'll do an additional 15 to 20% off.
Oh, okay. Okay.
I'll make it worth their while to come in.
Yeah, okay.
Melanie, would you share about your dice? No. All right, I'll come back to her in a second, but just some other ideas that are, like a balloon pop, pick a candy cane with a discount, things that you can do all month long. There's there'll be a whole bunch of those when you get the holiday planning guide, because there's a lot of different versions of those sorts of things. Melanie, are you with us now or not? Nope, we're not hearing you. All right, so she does a throw the dice sale where they roll the dice, and they get an additional discount off the member, depending on what they do. Balloon pop, discounts in balloons, candy canes, all kinds of different things like that. And those sorts of things you can do all month. Last year, or a couple years ago, a lot of people did an elf on the shelf. Is Holly on here? She's doing a gnome on the shelf this year. Holly Savage, are you with us? She was.
I'm here.
Oh, there you are. Share about the gnome on the shelf.
Hi. Well, everybody's done the elf on the shelf, or if you haven't, you've at least heard about it. And so I decided that since I have these great gnomes, that I'm going to do the gnome on the shelf. And each day, it's kind of like a 12 days of Christmas, and then we'll display him somewhere, whether it be sunglasses or men's shirts or a certain brand, and then they'll get a certain percentage off wherever the gnome is that day.
Yeah. Nice new twist on that one. So other ideas or questions that people might have?
I have another question.
Go right ahead.
Okay, so I have a lot of ladies spring and summer product that came really, really late. Like it was supposed to, as you know, it was supposed to come in like April and May, and it didn't come till like August. So I have all of this like flowery floral spring ladies stuff that obviously now no one wants. Does anybody have any suggestions? Maybe if I could do anything with that for the holidays, just since I have so much of it.
Gift with purchase.
Cindy, she broke up, but she was saying a gift
Buy
with a
one,
purchase.
buy one fall piece, get a free spring piece.
Oh, there you go.
Buy one fall, get one free of spring.
Thank you.
Corinne, your club's you're in California, right? I'm trying to remember.
Yeah,
California.
Northern California. And we're just now we're getting a bunch of rain and all that stuff now. So obviously no one's wanting to buy sports and tanks with flowers on them.
Can you sell it to golf sticks and take the money and put it into cost and just get rid of it?
Well, my pro wants me to keep it and try to sell it again next spring.
Oh dear, then I would take it off the floor and put it away and bring it back out so it looks new.
Yeah, it's not on the floor right now.
Deal with it that way.
Yeah, it's all in the back right now. So no one, it's not out. No one can see it. But I just figured since I have so much of it, if there was something I could do with it, with this opportunity for the holiday, since, it's the biggest time.
Well, then my next recommendation would be to contact the vendors that you got it from and ask them if you could trade it in for fall goods for immediate delivery.
Okay.
Or if you're
Do a holiday promotion to people that are maybe buying gifts for people that live in other climates, like if they have a granddaughter in Florida or someone who's living over in South Carolina that they want a gift for, where maybe we're still wearing those types of clothing in those climates, and do one of the like a Shopify store or something.
Okay, that makes sense. Yeah.
Corinne, if they sent it all to you this late as well, you might call and either get extended dating or ask them to take it back and trade it out for you.
Okay.
Or a discount on it, not at the very least, so that you don't own it at full cost. And then have a really early spring sale, like January 1st, do a New Year's sale that's all spring stuff. Completely make the shop spring and do New Year's, so.
Right, okay.
Other ideas, thoughts, questions? We have a question in the chat. Has anyone tried a kids pro shop? An event where kids are there without the parents? Well, that's scary. No. I know they used to do one at Medina for prior to summer kids golf program starting. They had a whole kids shopping thing, but then the parents came in and paid, but I don't know, which was quite successful, but it's a little bit different thing. All right. And I want to kind of talk next about some of the special ideas or special contests and giveaways. And I still don't see, Lynn was with us for a moment and then left us. So Lynn Startzel, who's at Bonita Bay here in Naples, and this information will be in the book, unless you have a link, Jennifer, to stick in the chat, purchased a putt ski, which is a putting skeet ball thing that you put golf balls into the holes and get different discounts. If you miss the holes, you get 30% off. So the guy that rockets it across the shot. And then the discounts are 35, 40, and 45. If you get the corners, you get a free wedge, and that's 40, and then 45% off. So there's different things with where your ball ends up. But she ordered it looks like off of Facebook. So that will be in the information for you when you get that, because it just looked like kind of a fun, different game that you could do, sort of like our gnome. So a couple other kind of cute winter ideas that I thought were interesting. Lisa, she's on here, I see her right in front of me. Lisa Foster from Tahoe Dunner Golf Course in Truckee, California, has a photo contest as a way to get members involved when their club is closed. So Lisa, would you share about that?
Yeah, we do. We have, so we're also a part of a homeowners association. And so we do frequently communicate with the membership, and we do offer a photo contest. It's usually seasonal. Like we just finished up one that had a lot of summer events, and we'll get quite a few responses from the membership. And then we print those winning photos, and they usually get like certificates for dinner to the lodge, or different gift certificates to use within the association, that they come out in our monthly magazine, and they're named and the pictures are in that. So it's a really fun way to involve the membership. And it could be anything. You could have free rounds. We also have skiing and a ski hill, cross country ski hill. So it's a lot of day passes and trail passes for that too.
Great, thank you. And Debbie Schatzer, and I don't know if she's got volume, at Hallbrook Country Club in Leawood, Kansas. Debbie, are you with us and can speak, or do you not have volume on your machine? Oh, no speaker. All right. So she does a really interesting twist on the weekly raffle and does a Christmas song theme with hers. And then the gifts coordinated with the song that she chooses. So she would use like Walking in a Winter Wonderland, and the raffle item was a free pair of shoes that day, or Jingle Bell Rock, and the raffle item was a Bushnell Wingman, Feliz Navidad, and then she raffled off a margarita-inspired gift basket with tequila and club logo tumblers. So just a cute twist to have some fun with Christmas music in that. All right, I'm going to head back up to Canada to Ian and ask him if he would share about his lucky draw contest that he hopes to do this year. And then we want to hear how it goes afterwards.
Yeah, so it was something that was done at a club I was at previously. I've only been here for 2 years, so last year we were unable to do it given the circumstances we were in. So hoping to do it this year. The idea is that a member would buy a ticket for $100 and they're guaranteed $100 worth of apparel at full retail, no discounts on that. And it's only in stock apparel, just kind of help blow out apparel at the end of the year. And they can use any gift certificates that they've accumulated over the season for any events and stuff towards it as well. Every 10th person out of the draw would get $200 in apparel. And the last person out would get about a $750 or $1,000 shopping spree for new apparel in the spring. So no special orders, only things that are in stock. The idea would be to get a bunch of people either in the pro shop or to move it up to the dining area and move a bunch of rolling racks up there. And those that are there are able to select their product on the spot, or we would go ahead and select something for them and hopefully have some wine and cheese and some beers and everything to kind of create a bit of a festive atmosphere. So try to promote it for about a month or so and get upwards of 100 tickets sold, and then try to get as many people as possible to show up that day, the day of the draw, and try to do that maybe 2 weeks before we close down for Christmas. Good way to use up credit they have in the shop and to buy Christmas presents.
Awesome, thank you. And then I'm going to go back to Haley and ask if she would share. You know, we talked a little bit before about involving the staff and communicating with staff, and she's got a kind of neat idea with just the staff for holiday promotions, which undoubtedly will increase sales in all the shops and motivate the staff a little bit. So Haley, the Zoom is yours.
Sure. So we haven't done this before, but I'm going to do it this year, is bingo. And I mean, some of the things I have on there, it's still building, so I'm open to recommendations on what to add. But like if you sell a rangefinder, to stamp it off. And so once the card is filled, something like that, a rangefinder, like for one of our shops, like if they do a $3,500 day, mark that off. Wrap 3 gifts for one member. Sell a pair of like your higher price sunglasses. Each shop has high-end sunglasses that are different. And I even have included like displays in there. So I want like a red, white, and green display. So once that's done and they've completed it, it could be marked off, just different things to get everyone involved. Haven't figured out what our prize is going to be. I think it's going to be cash prizes. I need to talk to our director of golf on that because it's not coming out of my pocket, but for them, that's what we're going to do. And I think it'll be fun because it'll get the shops decorated and make it a competition, but also things that they're selling. So that's how we're going to hopefully involve people a bit more. It'll open up communication for questions and different things there. So we'll see. If anyone's done that before, please share what you did, because I'm curious. I mean, it could be a total flop, but I think it's gonna work and it'll be fun.
I think you're gonna get members excited too when they realize that the pros are
Yeah.
doing something to,
They could mark it off, or maybe
they
let
can
them
mark this off. Wait, you're the last thing I need on my bingo card. I think it could be a lot of fun. So I thought that was a very clever idea.
Thanks.
Anybody else have an idea that they would like to share that kind of goes into the special promotions and giveaways, that sort of thing? That I didn't.
I have one that I'm actually doing right now.
Oh, good, Jordan.
So we partnered, we brought in Theragun. So I pretty much just sent an email out yesterday promoting a holiday sale price. And it's like a one-time price, and pre-selling it and then ordering it in, hopefully for delivery in early November. So Theragun, seems to be the new hot item right now.
Awesome. And I see Lynn Startzel signed back on. So Lynn, if you can unmute yourself and just share a little bit about your holiday sale. But first you've got to explain your facility to everyone. But I don't see her unmuting. So her property is, tell me this, 5 golf courses or whatever, but she actually has merchandise specifically that she puts out for the holiday sale. So they close the shop for a couple hours and completely rework the shop. And in her notes, she said typically about 16 new groups. So it's a massive shop. It's 3,000 or 4,000 square foot shop. So it's huge. 16 new groups, if she can get them delivered in time to put out this year. And so when the members come in for the holiday sale, it's a completely new shop, which is kind of an interesting take on, that sort of thing. So I want to move on. We asked the question about holiday gift guides, and there were not very many people that did those. Only about 24% of the people that responded did a gift guide. So I'm going to ask a few people who have them if they would share how they did them. And, I might as well, Haley just got done talking, so we might as well just go right back to Haley to start us again on the gift guide, because you've got one.
Sure. We have a little magazine called Our Club. And so the holiday version will come out in November. And this year I'm doing gifts under $50. So I picked things that weren't apparel. So for one of our shops, each shop has a different theme and feel and different brands. So one of them's more coastal preppy, I say East Coast, West Coast preppy. It has our Travis Matthew, but also Lily Pulitzer in it. And it's our coastal grill is there. So I got these custom oyster shell ornaments made last year that have a map of our island with the logo on them. And I think everyone thought I was nuts, and we sold through 80. So I've pre-ordered 100. So that'll be in there. Those retail for $22. And then for our shop that's hard goods, I have new head covers that'll come in just for the holidays. And what else I do? I have a sweatshirt from Level Wear that's at our more classic shop. That's a brand new design. And then we did Corksicle will be our other thing that's under 50. And that's in our trendier shop. So it'll just be in print, and then we'll put it in a couple of our email blasts. So nothing fancy, but it at least shows that you can come get a gift for.
Great. Cindy, you got a similar thing. You do a magazine at Brentwood? You're muted.
Yes, we do a magazine quarterly, so I have to write articles for it. So I get a 2-page spread. They send a photographer in to take the pictures of the items that I recommended. I as well did a non-size garments and or items just because it's easier for gift giving time. So I did UGG as one of them. So I have throws and socks. Last year we sold through over 200 UGG throws and well over 300 pairs of UGG socks. So I have that already here, ready to go. I also do Hyper, Ice, and Volt and Theragun because I have allegiance to both companies. And also I found that with Hyper Ice, you have a broader breadth of offerings that they have. So last year we sold the Venom back. We sold, I don't know, probably close to 200. We have the shoulder. Besides the percussion massage guns, we have those. We have the Normatec leg system from them. And I also have the core meditation balls that have arrived. And I'm lucky enough that I'm one of 2 clubs that have their brand new product that just launched, which is for the knee and the thigh and lower calf leg area that is a hot and cold system that has just come out. So they're sending those out to the big box stores, their stores, but I was lucky enough to get that product also in the shop. So I did that. I have a cashmere company called Kier, which is in in New Jersey, and I get cashmere scarves from him. And I've sold 100, I think, and 70 of those already, and they are $30 a piece. He gives me a great price, and they retail for, you know, $100. They look great. So that's also in the gift giving guide. So anything that's unique and different that I can find. The newest addition that I have is the GT Tech. So it's a hand warmer. It's an electric hand warmer. So you put it on like a fanny pack. It has a battery charge that goes inside a little pocket. And then you put your hands in it. It has 3 different levels of heat that are generated from it. And when you get up to address the tee box, you can spin it around to your back, and it's just like a quarterback uses. And then you hit the ball and turn it back around, get in your cart and drive off, and your hands are nice and warm. So that is the newest addition for the season. And then the Hydrate Spark, obviously it's the water bottle that connects to your phone through Bluetooth, and it tells you when to drink and how much you're drinking and whether or not it's enough. And so those are also a newer addition to the shop.
Great. You could just move to Florida and not need the hand warmers, but just saying. Speaking of Florida, Lauriel, you've got a gift buy and you do it on a flip book. So can you share a little bit about that?
Yeah, we haven't done this before. This is all new. My assistant Mary probably can answer most of these questions. She has the IT background, but we're going to go with it's a free online thing, but you know, I'm going to see if Mary can chime in on this. She's on this call. Mary?
Flipbook Creator Online.
Yeah.
So she said free Flipbook Creator Online.
It's the first time. We really don't even know what we're putting on it because I don't know what's coming because things are FootJoy just canceled everything and I don't know. We're waiting to see what we have and create something.
Yeah. Flipbooks are pretty easy to create. So Cindy, did you share all of the vendors that you mentioned with Jennifer, or can you? Because people are asking for names of companies.
Sure, I'd be happy to. I'll send it in an email because I'm on my phone and I'm doing my phone while I'm also on my computer. So I'll send her an email.
Okay. So Kelsey, Joe, and Bridget, those names will be in the gift guide when we get that in that. So we're just about at the end of our time, but I wanted to just touch on online shopping for 2 seconds. Very few have online shopping still, 74% do not. So real quickly, I'll just share with you the top lines. We asked gift lines and all that, and just the ones that had a couple responses. Interestingly, not surprisingly, for men's, Peter Millar was mentioned the most. Greg Norton was the second most in apparel. Theragun, massage guns, Bushnell, and then the leather products monogrammed anything for guys. For ladies, just a huge long list of companies, which they'll all get, right, Jennifer? She'll include
absolutely. I'll include everything.
The thing that was mentioned a couple times was casual wear wraps. So like, Cindy mentioned the cashmere and stuff. Top selling categories for men: shirts and polos, golf balls, outerwear, nothing surprising. Ladies, the same thing, apparel, outerwear, but gift cards made the list there. So those ladies like gift cards. So if you can figure out a way to get gift cards in people's hands and they spend it later, right? So we did have a couple questions that were submitted, and I just want to make sure, and Debbie, you're going to have to answer this in the thing. Did you get your question answered today for you? She had asked about, they just started offering a member discount. So she was interested in promotions and stuff for that. And Larissa, I don't see on here, so I don't know if she got her question answered. And how about Asa, did you get yours answered about promotional ideas? Nope, she's shaking her head, so.
I didn't ask a question.
Pardon?
I didn't ask a question.
In the original.
Oh.
Yeah, because of being a Mill River club. So what can you do without losing your shirt and that? So I'm going to stick a poll up before you all go, and then we'll stay on as long as people have questions. So
And actually, there's a couple of questions that have come in.
Okay.
One is when talking about holiday sales, when does everyone decorate? When do you guys start putting up your decorations for Christmas, Hanukkah, whatever?
After Thanksgiving.
The Monday after Thanksgiving.
Monday after Thanksgiving, okay?
Yeah.
We have a service that comes in. I think ours is scheduled for before Thanksgiving. I think ours is around maybe in about a month. So.
And I can answer, I know that Hagen Oaks puts all of their stuff up day after Halloween.
Yeah. And a lot of shops in Florida decorate early because people tend to go back to their northern homes for Christmas. So we have to do a lot of our events here are in November versus December, like they are other places.
I would also, as people are, as this may be winding down, would love to hear some of the more brands and or specific items that everyone is really excited about this season.
Okay.
I have all the Theragun stuff, but what specifically? I have all the stuff Cindy just mentioned. What else for you guys? What's hot this season?
As you're thinking, I'm going to launch this poll so you can answer because we need to know. And you'll know why when.
I ordered blue light filtering glasses.
Oh, really? Who just did that? Asa?
Asa. Some of our younger assistants have started wearing them in their offices in front of their computer screens, and they were getting them, on Amazon for inexpensive prices. So I ordered them to have in the shop. I'm hoping to promote them on our holiday event day as a great stocking stuffer gift for your grandkids or your younger grown children, maybe somebody that spends all day in an office or is always on their phone or something like that. I don't know what to get them. They don't play golf, they don't do this, they don't do that. Here's something that's going to be under $25. That's something that if they use it, great. If they don't, it's not like way off base of something that they might use.
Awesome. That's a really cool idea. We're going to see a lot on the news just for everybody's interest. Look at this. Most everyone's going. That's exciting. And just as many knows as not sure yet. So hopefully we'll see you all there.
And then I'm going to name off the items that have been listed in the chat, since this will be hosted online for us later. For hot selling products, we have Barefoot Dreams blankets, slippers. Oh, it's going out of my range here. And cardigans are a huge hit around the holidays for us. That comes from Lauren. Haley says MZ Wallace handbags. Lauren also says Corksicle anything, sterling cut glass, cutting boards, flasks, glasses. Haley comes in with mud pie for the baby clothes and casual sweaters that are true gift items. I have Burl Boo. I may have just not said that correctly. Men's Outdoor Wear Company. I have Capri Blue candles are selling well for us. Volcano scent as well as the holiday scent. Another answer of Corksicle, AME head covers with their club logo. A local company that made them trivets, pill boxes, etc. with their club logo. That came from Tracy Edgman.
People are asking about that gnome that's from Kids to Camp that's over on our coast, but it actually comes from Aurora Gifts. Aurora World Gifts, I think we'll add that to the list. Okay, well, thank you to all those that were kind enough to respond when I picked on you. And I hope you all have wonderful holidays, however you celebrate them. Hopefully we can all stay safe and sane this year, and look forward to seeing you all on the next call and at the Orlando PGA show. So everyone have a wonderful afternoon.